So we were waiting for Call of Duty news to happen today, and lo and behold, the thing that happens is anti-cheat stuff. I didn't expect this to come out today, but it says, as a part of the ongoing effort to upgrade our security and combat cheating, we'd like to share a progress report on Season 5 and give a look at what's coming soon in Black Ops 7. And then there's a link to a blog post about this. Now, we're actually going to read through this. There's graphs. Okay, the TPM 2.0 prompts, that's interesting. Matchmaking notifications, roadmap, and a bug bounty. Okay. There's actually a lot here. The one I'm most curious about, if we actually go through this, is limited matchmaking notifications. So that's being blacklisted. And then the Black Ops 7 roadmap. I'm assuming is just with the anti-cheat, but let's go through it here. Cheating is one of the most frustrating experiences in online gaming, and we know how quickly it can undermine fair play when it shows up in match. It's not a problem that we can be solved with one update, one detection, or one new tool. It's an evolving fight, and it's one we're committed to staying ahead of. In Black Ops 6, we made real progress. Our latest updates have allowed us to shut down cheat developers faster, quickly act on cheaters, and keep rank play leaderboards cleaner. Here's what to cover in Season 5 progress report. Teaming detections show strong results. Mitigations have caught over 55,000 cheaters off guard. In-game notifications for limited matchmaking account status are live. TPM 2.0 and secure boot activation troubleshooting. So this is something that if you played the Battlefield 6 beta, you probably already had to do. There are some problems that come with this on PC, but it's a good thing. What they're probably not going to say is this is becoming a must on Windows 11. I believe they're shutting down support for Windows 10, and with the main support now being Windows 11, games are going to be forced to do this anyway. So that may be part of the reason why Activision is doing this. And then Black Ops 7 anti-cheat roadmap. So the results recap. Let's just look at the graph here. Instances of teaming per day. So this is specifically about teaming. They don't have any numbers, but somehow it's gone up a little bit at the end of August, but it's gone way down. Now, I will say this. I don't think Windows 10 has stopped getting updates next month. Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's what we'll talk about that in a second. They might even mention it in here. They don't provide any numbers, and they're trying to cut down on teaming. Now, teaming is not the most important thing when it comes to anti-cheat. These are our mitigations at work. We use these mitigations to learn more about player behavior and systems to help identify cheats faster in the future. We begin by nerfing a cheater's ability to do any damage with weapons and vehicles, collect information that helps strengthen our system, and then permanently ban them from our games. So that's why they don't ban them immediately, but apparently immediately they stop them from doing damage, which you think if you were cheating and you saw that, you would probably just stop playing right away anyway. These in-game mitigations are a part of a broader strategy that hits cheating at all levels, including modes that cheaters target most, such as ranked play, which often bears the brunt of cheating. Ranked play and Warzone ranked play, I would say. During Season 5, we announced that we had permanently banned accounts that were boosting. Okay, so this was the controversial thing. And I'm curious, I haven't read any further. I'm curious what they're going to say with this. People were going into Plunder, boosting to complete their battle pass. They then removed or permanently banned the boosters and then gave everyone 20 tier skips because no one was playing the game. Boosting made up the majority of their recent in-game activity and were a part of repeated patterns of abuse. I think that's like the least thing they need to crack down on. Anyway, we also have been targeting teaming across ranked play in both Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone. Which, by the way, like, how do you team in just regular ranked play? Like, that has to be in Warzone. Like, the whole point of ranked play is teaming up with people. Anyway, our new process runs continuously with regular leaderboards, purges, so players can have the confidence in their placements. Okay. The number of teamers in the top 250 has consistently remained under 5% at any given time since we begun our weekly purges based on these new detections. Okay, that's good, I guess. Just thought I'd stop by to thank you for reacting to... Oh, realistic. I'm glad you enjoyed the reaction, dude. Now, in-game TPM prompts. Okay, so this is the interesting one. So this is the one that we were talking about with Windows updates ending for Windows 10. This is going to become a must for most online games. Some players may still see a message prompting them to enable TPM 2.0 in Black Ops 6 or Warzone after the Season 5 Reloaded update. This prompt was first introduced in Season 5, and in certain cases, it continues to appear on AMD systems running old firmware. In these cases, a PC will fail attestation. Did I read that right? AKA verification, even if built-in tools show that TPM 2.0 is enabled. That's obviously a problem. Some motherboards manufacturers have not released a BIOS firmware update to correct TPM errors. In those cases, you may need to reach out to the manufacturer. So in other words, make sure your motherboard is updated. Ricochet Anti-Cheat uses remote attestation as a process that verifies critical PC security settings directly with Microsoft as a part of implementing TPM 2.0. So that's the kind of updates that are going to be in Windows 11. Is anything else interesting here? By validating integrity, blah, 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 remote attestation. Coming in Season 6, we are expanding the in-game message to provide more information about TPM 2.0 and secure boot errors to better inform players on their PC status. So in other words, telling them whether or not it's their PC status problem or whether it's a motherboard problem is probably what they're going to do there, which is a good thing. This is probably going to become a problem in other games on PC as well, if we're going to be completely honest. In-game limited matchmaking notifications. In the Season 3 progress report, I don't know why we're talking about Season 3 here, we noted that limited matchmaking is critical part of our anti-cheat system. So this is shadow banning. Like, just to be clear, more than 75% of the LMM pool is made up of users who have been brought into the system through parties. So this notification is important to clarify account status. So in other words, if you go and play solo and you do not have this message, and then you go and play in a party, someone you're playing with is shadow banned. As a reminder, being placed in limited matchmaking doesn't signal that your account has been confirmed as a cheater. It means an alarm was raised that requires examination. So that is now out in the open shadow banning. This is good. This is a good way of people actually knowing, not having to go onto a website or anything like that. Now, where do we go moving forward? Learn how to enable TPM 2.0. I'm glad that they put this out because there's lots of videos that help on that. When Call of Duty Black Ops 7 launches on November 14th, PC players will be required to enable both Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 as detailed in our recent progress report. These hardware-based features will give us a stronger, more trusted foundation for detecting and blocking certain cheats before they take root. This is true. This is a good thing for the game. It's also going to be required by Windows, hence why it is there. During the Black Ops 7 beta, Team Ricochet will have some of its systems online as we test how they perform under a live condition. These tools are designed to identify and remove cheaters faster, and we'll be closely monitoring how they respond in real matches. The full force of our protections will be reserved for launch when all systems go online together. So in other words, they're going to be testing things during the beta, but they will not be there for sure. We also want to be clear, there is no one and done solutions to solving challenges, the challenge of cheating. Every major game faces this issue, and cheaters are constantly looking for new ways to exploit the systems. Yes. The bug bounty. As a part of a broader Activision-wide security initiative, Call of Duty runs a bug bounty program. This program gives players and security researchers a way to report potential vulnerabilities across the entire franchise. Not only the titles protected by Ricochet Anti-Cheat, and helps protect the overall integrity of our game. So even older games, I guess. Well, this program extends beyond Ricochet. Direct scope, our team helps oversee and manage the security disclosure portal for all their Call of Duty titles. So do they actually give out money for people who find these sort of things? Or is this just like an interesting name. I don't know. All right, so let's summarize that. TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot are going to be there at the launch of Black Ops 7. Limited matchmaking is now what we are calling shadow bans. We also have more people getting banned for teaming, as well as boosting. So that is there to stay. Which the boosting thing, I just find kind of dumb. Is this better? This is an improvement, but the truth behind cheating is it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere whatsoever. And it's not going anywhere in a lot of games. This isn't just a Call of Duty thing. This isn't just a Counter-Strike thing. This isn't just an Overwatch thing. This isn't just a Valorant thing. It's every single game on PC. Delta Force is having a huge issue with it right now. And it expanded when they implemented crossplay. Right? So how do we fix this? You can't really. If you're going to enable crossplay, you're going to run into cheaters. And that is essentially that. And they can do their best to stay on top of it, and they're trying. Now, how far will this go? I don't know. The problem is it takes them a long time, and it's getting to the point where there's no point in playing Call of Duty on PC. And it's one of the reasons why the numbers have dropped so harshly. So only time will tell. This Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 isn't taking full activation until Black Ops 7 launches. So we'll see then. But already at that point, a ton of players will be off of Warzone. So we'll have to wait and see. And they haven't announced what they're doing with ranked play with Black Ops 7, whether it's coming right away or whether it's going to be later on. We don't know. But when that comes out, that's when we'll kind of have a better idea of how well the anti-cheat is working. So that's our update for it. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But yeah, that's Ricochet, I guess.